a little chunk of Thesis, which is a novel I've been working on called The Yearning Sessions right now. Let's see what it's called. This little piece is called Shift's End. 12 hours pushing and pulling product after product from a single location in space to a single other. Many of these products had destinies that lay hundreds of truck-run miles out west, down south to the east. The lucky few would even find a happy home. Half expecting a steam whistle to signal shift's end, I waited in line to punch out and shoot viciously at a plastic straw. When my turn was up, I punched, and then I was speed walking through the factory, out the front gate beyond the empty and fenced truck trailers, and eventually to the bus stop, which gave me another 20 minutes of waiting. I stood with the other waiters, wearing a sweat-through shirt and a dirty face, with a pocket notebook for standing out and a holey pair of jeans for fitting in. The sky charged purple and the sun falling, no clouds overhead but what the factory's smog made. Glad for cleaner air, I took in more than my lungs could handle and coughed out tar smoke, black hole colored, and spit into the stoned lot. The bus came and I walked up the steps, bent in, the engine roaring and chugging in place as I made my way to an empty seat. I put the window down to cut the rubber smell, and so I could hear the town groan. The sound it made was agony. This was a hell like any other in this part of the country, but commiseration made life no easier. So many old men and women lolling around turnstiles, chafing their way into and out of places, bionic with new knees and shoulders and heartbeats, but these organs only meant to last a few years until death. Bodies stumbling after dollar gas station cigars in an endless nightmare where people fill up their 4x4s and worry about the price of gas their whole lives long. I offered sick curses and prayers in the same breaths, threw spit out my open bus window over scattered stone and smoke onto the bloodied pavement because I didn't know what sort of utterance would work. I lit a dollar cigar out of a pack and choked its tar out from my throat through the open window onto the asphalt, lung, blood, and all. The blood stained my upper lip, the same one I curled to act like it didn't hurt to throw tires every day. Sky purpling toward black in an early February night, drawing its curtain down. Blood boiling heat into my chest despite the cold, lungs closed to air untouched by the smoke. In the street, dogs and cats and people appeared the same, just smoke and blood and sweat with no air for them to breathe. All they had was cheap smoke, all of us just breathing the same metal and smoke. Wet pounding forehead, my head pounding, I looked after the dogs and cats and people and watched them hurt in the way that I hurt. One of them from out of his smoke cloud, his sweat skin, his bare tatter shirt, he yelled a word, a smoke-soaked invocation. This word he yelled, this word, God damn, just God damn. He yelled into the sky, into the dark as if he were expecting someone to hear it, as if there were some God that would listen, when in fact there was only metal and smoke. This man, he yelled goddamn or barked it or choked it, all of them choking and barking goddamn, and I yelled it back, involuntarily, without really knowing what I was saying. It came so naturally. I imagined the smoke cloud that must have jutted from my own face and wondered how long I could keep spitting, choking, barking the same words over and over again with everyone else. Each of those souls in the street, the agony whirring by, the purpled sky darkening like a bruise, the whole town hurt and bruised and joint broke and metal choked and smoked out by the same bought smoke slipping out of my expiring mouth out the hurtling window, converging into clouds, heaps of spit of air and smoke, and then my mouth closing over the silence that I'd inherited from those people in the streets. Who could I speak these antimonies to? Who in the right and cultured mind would listen? I stayed silent with the cloud over my face for the rest of the bus ride to the bar, where I capped off every work shift and any other day. In my corner booth, I could be comfortably uncomfortable and drink as much as my stomach would hold. These were nights of emotionless closure, stooping with my clouded face and blurred eyes, trying to flush unwanted memories under the drink. If I made it home afterwards, it was the fault of some guardian in the ether, believing perhaps that there might still be a good work lingering softly under my soot-covered skin, some ashy relic of a soul stirring itself awake.
All right, Bret.
And finally, I am your accompaniment, Katie Cousineau.